What's going on, guys? This is Simeon R. Brown of LearnHowToFlip.com, and today's video is about what is a motivated seller. I just wanted to let you guys know the difference between a tire kicker and someone that's really motivated to sell their house. And when you're, promoting your business, when you're out there marketing as you should be every day, um, you're gonna come across a lot of people that are just not motivated. People are tire kickers and they just kind of want to know what their house is worth, or maybe they're just curious. And a lot of people just want to waste your time, to be honest. So how I know if a person is motivated is just do a few different things. When they call me, one thing is their attitude. Someone that's motivated to sell doesn't have a bad attitude. Now, I've experienced, a bunch of different people that call me with attitudes, and they'll call me like, "Hey, why'd you send me this letter?" Or, "Hey, give me appraisal for my house." I actually had a guy who seen one of my banner signs on the road, called me, and had an attitude as he's calling me. He's like, "Hey, well, I got this house for sale, and I need you to give me appraisal." I'm like, "Whoa, I'm not an appraiser. Give me the address, and I'll look it up." And he just had an attitude, and I said, "You know what? Call me back when you're truly ready to sell your house." And of course, he called me back maybe a month later. And he didn't have an attitude, of course. So what you want to do in this situation is have posture. You don't want people to talk to you all crazy. You don't have to accept that. You don't have to, let people. You have to be professional, of course. You want to be polite, but you don't have to let people talk to you crazy. And the ones that's talking to you, that's not in the right tone, that's acceptable to you. Those people are usually not motivated. Someone that's motivated is gonna have a tone like, "Hey, I got your letter, or I seen your banner sign. Can you, maybe take a look at my house and tell me what it's worth?" And if you could just, ask them a few questions like, "What's your reason for selling? Like, what's your main reason for wanting to sell your house?" It could be something like, "Hey, I lost my job," or "I need to relocate as soon as possible," or "I got a divorce." Things like that let you know that they're motivated, and they probably have to sell within the next, 4 weeks to 8 weeks. So people like that are good candidates. They're motivated. But someone, when they, you ask them, "Hey, why are you interested in your house?" I'm not really interested. I just kind of want to know what it's worth because I might sell it next year. When people say that to me, I put them on my follow-up list. See, everyone that calls you is a lead. It might not be a lead right away, but down the line, it will be a lead if you just keep in contact with them and following up. So when someone calls me and they're not motivated, I just put them on a follow-up list. And in Polio, which I'm going to talk about in another video, I use the Polio system. And I just put them on a long follow-up list. And, I'll just remind myself to give them a call maybe next month or the next 2 months. All right. So you just want to ask them a few questions just to kind of gauge if they're truly motivated, because you don't want your time wasted, because your time is money, of course. So ask them, what's their reason for selling, of course. Ask them how long, what's your time frame? How quick do you have to sell? If they say something like, "Well, listen, I gotta sell now. I gotta sell in the next couple of weeks." Perfect. You have a hot lead. You need to jump on that. You need to do what it takes to get that deal closed, get that contract signed, and sell it. If someone said, "Hey, I can," I'm looking to sell maybe next year or the next 6 months. Well, again, put them on your follow-up list. Follow up with those people, and in 6 months you'll have a deal from that. So you also want to ask them. Another thing I always say to them is, "Okay, so if you don't sell your house, what are you gonna do? What's gonna happen?" And I always say, "I'm just curious. If you don't sell your house, what's gonna happen?" If they say, "Man, if I don't sell my house, I don't know what I'm gonna do," it's gonna be, if they say something like that, like it's gonna be a problem or it's really gonna be bad if they can't sell their house in the next, few weeks or so, then you have a hot lead, you have a real deal, and that you can jump on it. If someone says something like, "Oh, well, if I don't sell it, no big deal. I just, you know, give it to my grandkids or something." When somebody says that, okay, they're not really motivated. They might be a lead, but I'll put them up on a follow up list, until they're ready to take action. So that's been a few tips to help you dealing with different callers. And the main thing is when you're talking to motivated sellers, listen, you're helping to solve the problem. They're calling you or they're contacting you because they have a problem. And you being a real estate professional, you're here to solve it. So you're in a position of power. Don't, bow down, so to speak. I mean, be polite, be courteous, but don't feel like you have to take crap from people. Just because you want a deal closed. Don't be desperate. Because when you're desperate, people can sense it. They can smell it over the phone. You're desperate and you really want it bad. People will not give you a deal because you really want it. That's how funny people are. So you always have to have a position where, I appreciate your business, but listen, I don't need your business. You don't want to say that, of course, but that's the aura, that's the air of authority you want to have. I appreciate your business. I want your business, but don't get it twisted. I really don't need your business. And you shouldn't, because you should be marketing. You should be out there letting people know about your business and that you buy houses. All right, guys. So my name is Simeon R. Brown. Go to learnhowtoflip.net, and I see you on the next video. Peace.